The flames are out. Now the real work begins for investigators following a house fire in Wallingford that claimed the lives of 4 people. Thank you for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Nia Wong. The tragedy is shaking a quiet community in the Wallingford-Fremont area as word spread about the fate of those left inside the burning home.
What we found was a deceased person at the front of the structure. We also found a deceased person at the rear of the structure, infant that was deceased, and a child that was deceased, along with the dog.
An 11-year-old escaped the fire and called 911. SPD also responding to a reported shooting in the area, and that's when they discovered the fire. Fox 13 reporter Alejandra Guzman was on the ground as investigators got to work and has the very latest.
The investigation is still ongoing, but for the neighbors who knew the family, this is a painful loss. Off camera, they described the mom and children as very friendly and outgoing who enjoyed walking their dog. Now, their focus is on helping the 11-year-old survivor cope.
Obviously, we hear a lot of sirens. You don't really think anything of it until you hear them running down your street.
An abrupt awakening for some residents in this quiet neighborhood as police and fire truck sirens echoed.
You see big flames and thick smoke coming out of a neighboring house.
An alarming sight. Flames were visible from the front door. Police say an 11-year-old called 911 around 8:41 Saturday morning.
Mentioned that there was a deceased person inside their house.
Officers arrived within 5 minutes of that call at the intersection of 48th and Whitman. They tried kicking down the door. That became a challenge when they realized the home was on fire.
They were overcome with the smoke, so they ended up retreating.
We initially went into a defensive operation.
Seattle Fire Chief Harold Scoggins says when they arrived, the front of the home was engulfed. A thick, heavy cloud of smoke covered the community. Due to safety concerns, firefighters battled the flames from a distance while protecting nearby homes to prevent the blaze from spreading. 45 minutes later, the fire was knocked down, making room for firefighters to search the home.
What we found was a deceased person at the front of the structure. We also found a deceased person at the rear of the structure, infant that was deceased, and a child that was deceased, along with the dog.
What I'm hearing is just very sad and unfortunate.
It's unclear if the fire was intentionally set. Both arson investigators and the bomb unit have been called in to investigate. Hours later, this is what's left of the home, charred remains. This is where the work begins for crime scene investigators and detectives. Preliminary reports say the 11-year-old got out of the home through a window where she then called for help.
Our hearts and prayers are with the child that is alive, as well as those that are deceased. But I think trying to make sure that the child does have, a healthy recovery as well.
The child was treated for minor injuries, but she has a long road ahead. Chief Diaz says they're working to reunite her with family members. So far, SPD has not released the name or ages of those who lost their life. The cause of death is still under investigation. Back to you.